Welcome back to another Minecraft build showcase video. Today I am showing off a lobby for the Nebula server. Uh, the Nebula server is no longer around, but I thought I'd show it off since I spent a lot of time on this map making sure that it fit every need and every purpose that it would need. So let's get into it. Here's the spawn point. When you join the server, you'd spawn right here every time. Here would be a little intro message. Since this was meant for the server owner, all these signs were just temporary, just to sort of demonstrate what you could put here, what you could put on them. So these were changed later on, but as you can see, it's MC Nebula. I put some color code things in there just to demonstrate on how you could change up color on the server if you wanted to. But yeah, now you might have seen, or if you want to, you can check out my other lobby video. But this one actually made some improvements. What happened to the server at the time, and what encouraged me to make this, was my old lobby map was finally replaced. Just because it was getting old and it was kind of small for the server. So there was actually another lobby map built by a really talented player that was put on the server, and it was much bigger. It also introduced some new elements that I actually incorporated into this map that I enjoyed, but it also was lacking in a lot of features that this map, I hope, demonstrates pretty much better. So, as you can see while you're in the center of this lobby, you can basically see everything. So first you spawn here, you'll see Nebula, name of the server. You're facing this direction. PvP is the main element of the server, so of course you'd be able to see that. And then, yeah, so if you just want to get into a game, you can jump in. To the left, you have the info area, if you just kind of want to know more about the server. What's going on, if you want to donate to it, who the staff were, stuff like that. The shop, so you can buy like upgrades to the PvP kits and stuff. You'd lose it in the arena, so you'd have to buy more over time, but by playing you got more money, and so the shop was just a fun element to add. Over here is the events again, but I actually played with this one different. So let me get a little closer look. Over here is the notice board. They just put like information, like they had special events going on later in the day or next week, or if the server was having a maintenance scheduled, they could put it on that sign. Just floating, fun sort of design I made. Ender chests are put at every bridge corner, so that players could store items without losing it. I had this little nice 2-ring effect that I made. They're kind of ovals. Sort of went off a circled pattern, but they ended up ovals. But it looks pretty nice. Most people don't really notice that. And I thought it just needed some architectural look, so I added these in. It also makes it look really nice at nighttime, which I'll show later in the video. Now over here is the PvP. You'd have rules. There's another sign for rules. So that players could just go to either side to read the rules before they jumped in. So they kind of knew what to expect while they were fighting. But these could also be replaced and put into portals, as the center one is, since they're the same design. So if he wanted to have 3 different PvP maps, he could eventually just expand and do that on this. Now, some of you might be wondering what these are. These are actually in Minecraft. This is vanilla still. Vanilla Minecraft, but using World Edit, I was able to do a portal block with a special ID that actually makes it square. Now it has some glitchiness where you can't see sides on it sometimes, but it's still a portal. It still acts like a portal, and you can still warp through it if you want. I had the nether disabled on this, but yeah. So I thought that gave it a really cool effect, and I actually would be happy to see other servers incorporate this sort of effect into theirs if they saw a need for it. Everywhere has grass. I felt natural grass stuff was done pretty well in Minecraft, so I just added grass, give it a nice feel. So you can see that in the main circle lobby. There's a nice step up so you can kind of look down a little bit, and you can sort of have a grass effect if you want to run around while you're bored. So let's take a look at info next, I guess. Info, same effect, 3-pillar sides. You can make them portals if you want, but these were made to sort of show off owners and admins, staff. Here's basic server information if you want that. Added some bushes just to give it some elevation, different heights, and more staff, since there were quite a few staff on the server at the time. Back here is where I put my face, since I don't like to stand out. Just to say that I built the server, or not the server, the lobby, so that I could just put my mark on it somewhere. So now let's look at the shop. The shop, actually, I'm pretty proud of it. Over here, you can buy enchantments for your weapons. Over here, you can buy more enchantments for your weapons. There's anvils here, so that you can like combine books and stuff with levels that you get from fighting and other things. On the other side, you can buy items and stuff. And you can buy armor over here, then take it over there and do enchantments. In the center here, you have your enchanting table, level 30, so that you could do level 30 enchants. But also my little Minecraft trick, since this is 1.7 still. People like a level 1 enchantment as well. It doesn't cost lapis at this time. But my little Minecraft trick is to have pistons come up. This blocks off the enchanting table from the rest of the bookcases and allows you to do level 1 enchants. Since I don't have anything to enchant, I can't really show that, but this little sign is for demonstrating that. For low level enchants, stand on pressure plate. Now, there's bunches of anvils all around the whole shop area. Not just for look, but also for function. On the previous lobby, as I've talked about a little bit, it only had a few anvils, and they kept running out of them. So I just decided to throw a whole bunch in, because anvils wear out over time, and staff can put them back in when they see they're empty and stuff. But just so that they don't have to worry about it as much, I just put them everywhere. I think eventually they even stacked them up here like that on all sides, so that they wouldn't have to worry about it as much either, which looked nice as well. It's getting kind of nighttime on the server, so you can kind of see the nighttime effects rolling in. But yeah, also some void fog just to give it some nice look in the center. One of the server owners, there were two, actually really liked the center spawn design, so I was quite happy when he was happy with it. It's not much, but it gives it a nice detailed design. It's for the nebula. If you don't know what a nebula is, it's a forming galaxy. So sort of a galaxy that's still forming, sort of clouds in the space this time. So that's kind of what the effect I went with, was sort of a galaxy space theme, which actually makes it look really nice. Okay, now on to events. So the server would sometimes hold events, and they'd have a special portal for that. So this would be the portal. Normally it'd be disabled since they only have it going on when special events were going on. But yeah, later on in the server life, while this was used, they put a parkour map here so that players could just jump in and do random parkour whenever they wanted, which was fun and worked out well. Now over here is a puzzle I made. This isn't the puzzle that was on the server. Some of you might have remembered what was on the server or not, and this is similar, but not quite the same one. This, let's see, can I solve this for one of them at least? What you were trying to do is make this pattern up here, right there. So you push on these pressure plates and it extend these pistons and push things around and just sort of allow you to manipulate blocks. And over time, if you were able to successfully complete this, you were congratulated, and yeah, sometimes you were given money. Not sure what the server had for a policy, but it was just a fun thing while you were bored, maybe waiting for other players to get on the server if it was a slow day, and it'd just give you something to do while you were waiting around. And that was pretty fun. Now over here is the parkour challenge. This one is pretty nice, and it's nighttime now, so I can kind of demonstrate it a little better. But each of these are lamp blocks, so they have a pressure plate on top of them, all of them do, and they light up when you step on it. So while you're parkouring, it actually makes a nice little trail around, which I thought was really neat. This was made so that you could actually quickly run through it, just because I enjoyed the effect of a quick run. I know there's other parkour methods, and I've done that in the past for the server, but I thought it just needed something so they could just casually feel awesome when they're running through here. And it's not the hardest puzzle. There's a little bit difficult jumps. Fail. But yeah, you can jump through here, and then once you get up here, you actually are rewarded with a prize. Now this isn't like a money prize or anything like that. This is a fishing spot. So you could actually come up here, grab a fishing pole, and just fish for fish. 1.7 also introduced the random fishing loot. So you could also fish out like random armor, like leather, like leather boots, leather hats, name tags. You'd also get experience for fishing. Whenever you caught something, you'd get a little bit of experience. Not worth it. Not worth it as much as just buying like enchanting bottles or something. And you could also catch some fish, and you could use that for food if you wanted to. While it was on the server, one of the owners, put up a sign, big billboard sign right here, that you could sell your fish for money. So that kind of gave people incentive to go fishing a little bit, but it wasn't very much, so it wasn't too much of a benefit. But I found myself up here a lot, just fishing, nice and quietly, while I was on the server, because it allowed me just to sort of be around the community without actually fighting in the arena, which was kind of nice and fun, and having slow, and yeah. Here you can just jump off. On the server at this point in time, they introduced no fall damage onto the server, so it kind of made it sort of fun and a little bit easier for some future maps that you will see from me that involve jumping around and off of things more easily, so you don't have to worry about the fall damage effect. But fall damage is nice, and sometimes it's not, so it's depending on the map and how you want to play the game. But yeah, anything else to touch on? This Nebula logo was made by Roxas TK, I believe. He made a logo for a little icon for the server, and I just kind of copied the pixels and made it three-dimensional for him. Right now it's having a lighting glitch issue. I'm not sure why, but if you update it, it shines nice. So shouldn't be that dark normally. But yeah, these signs here you've probably seen before. I just shortened the normal arena sign to PvP. Just nice flat design. Has torches behind it to give it the light effect without actually seeing the lights. And yeah, I think that covers the whole map. So I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.